What's going on, guys? Ben Bateman here for Action Industries, back with another down and dirty movie review. This time it's for a film called The Goldfinch, directed by John Crowley, releasing here this weekend in 2019. This movie has been savaged by the critics. The responses to this thing had been absolutely terrible, like legendary status bad reviews, and I saw them on Twitter, and I was like, it's rarely as bad as people make it out to be, so I went into this with a really good attitude, and I'll tell you guys, it was as bad as they made it out to be. I mean, I hate calling movies just generically bad because I feel like there's a lot more to film than just good or bad, but this was one of the most unpleasant experiences in a movie theater that I've had. The movie was 2 hours and 15 minutes or so, and it just felt like it took 4.5 hours. It was totally insane. Gigantic cast, so much talent in this cast. I mean, Ansel Elgort and Sarah Paulson and Luke Wilson and Jeffrey Wright, just a very, very stacked, very impressive cast of characters that I'm very excited to watch. You had Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things in this movie, and this was kind of exciting to see him in something other than Stranger Things, and he turns in an appallingly bad Russian accent. This is a movie about a kid who gets adopted by a family. Oh, Nicole Kidman's in this movie. It's another huge person. This kid gets adopted by a wealthy family in Manhattan after he loses his mom in a bombing at the Met as a kid. And in that bombing, a painting goes missing. And it's kind of the story of that missing painting and this kid's coming-of-age story as he grows up. This kid, the main kid in the film, who is a relative unknown as far as I'm concerned, he's in the movie for a lot of the movie. You don't really get a whole lot of Ansel Elgort for like an hour of the movie. But it was so melodramatic, this film. It felt like there would be these moments where people would start unintentionally laughing. I was there, Christian Harloff, Roxy Stryer were with me there in the row I was in, and at one point Christian just leaned over and he said, "Hey, would you beat me to death with your shoe?" Just that was the experience we were all having. Squirmy, I want to get out of this theater right now. This is just the slowest, longest, most mundane, melodramatic. I mean, at one point, Luke Wilson showed up as an angry, absent, an absent father, basically. He shows up and he's jeans with a blazer under a, hoodie under a blazer, and he lives in Vegas, and he's kind of trashy, right? And he says a couple things that are so ridiculous, I kind of laughed out loud, and I was like, wow, that was the first tangible response to something that's happened in this movie other than just ugh, that I've had so far. And it was for bad, ridiculous casting, or I don't even know. He has one really good scene in the movie, actually, which is interesting. The set design was really, really awesome. It looked gorgeous. A lot of the musical choices were cool. Some of the character acting was good. I mean, some of the performances were actually strong. I actually think Jeffrey Wright was pretty strong. Ansel Elgort wasn't bad. But man, oh man, oh man, this was one of the most boring experiences I've had in a movie theater. There was moments in this movie that it actually felt like watching The Room. It was that ridiculous. So I wonder if you guys want to go see this movie just so you can sort of say you did. Most bad movies I don't actually want to do a review of, right? Normally, if a movie is bad, I don't want to review it because, it's not fun to trash movies. This was irrelevant, a notably bad movie. A movie that, is probably worth discussing how bad it is. And maybe I'm misled and it'll become a classic, but one way or another, John Crowley, who had directed the beautiful film Brooklyn back in 2015 that was nominated for Best Picture, I'm pretty sure. Saoirse Ronan got nominated for Best Actress for that film. Really talented director, and this one just kind of falls flat. It really misses. So I would probably give this movie a 1 out of 10. I don't think I quite give it a 0 because it's more notable than that, and I wanted to talk about it, but that's my review. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Be sure to hit subscribe below, comment, all of the things. We'll be back with more movie reviews very soon here on Action Industries. I'm Ben Bateman. See you guys next time.